But the big question that I like Nigerians to know tonight is whether or not we have what it takes shored up in our storages, food that can sustain this country.
All right. Let's look at it this way. Don't focus your mind on the strategic reserve. If you want to answer that question, I want you to know that when farmers produce, they have their stock where they take out of it to sell as at when they need resources to take care of one or two problems. That is also there, which you call on-farm storage or family level or farm state level storage. State governments are supposed to have buffer stock. And I want to guarantee you that a number of states have taken the buffer stock strategy and have stocked in food as their buffer. Then you have the strategic food reserve, which is what is done at the federal level. The whole idea is that you must have a strategy around which you want to guarantee that when the lean period is coming in, you do some strategic release to keep the supply in such a manner that the prices does not crash beyond the level in which the farmer will be discouraged to go back to farm, or it will be so high that citizens will not be able to afford. That balancing act is what is being done. And I want to tell you for the first time that I have it on good authority. A number of state governments have also gone into that. But you see, like I continue to say, there is security implication on some of these things. You just talked about looting. And this looting could just be by eggs. So when you spill these things out, you are giving room for some people to want to sabotage national effort.
So the question here is that Nigeria is food sufficient as of today.
Well, you don't say Nigeria is food sufficient, but Nigeria is not in food crisis.
But we're not food sufficient.
We may not, in terms of your own definition.
No. I'm talking about reality.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, what I know is
as a government,
I can say that if you go to any market, whatever food you want is available.
So in that sense, would you say as a minister that we are food sufficient?
To that extent, we are sufficient because reason, both what we produce and what is brought in as imports is what is available for us.
So how do you then deal, because the question will be whether or not the emergency declaration on food in Nigeria by the president, whether it's working or not, and the food inflation matter is still of major concern. How are you dropping the price or ensuring that price, I mean, I don't know whether price control will help the situation, but the prices are killing.
Well, as it is now, you know, if you look at it, you need to be fair to this government that the price we had some months back are not the price we are having today. Just yesterday, Punch newspaper did some spotting using Kano. And Kano is more or less like the heartbeat of the food supply chain. Anything you see from Kano reverberates across the other, production site, or is it supply site? And they reported yesterday that prices have dropped. Now, those prices, have they dropped to the level that we want? No. If it's our wish, we want it to go down further. And that is what we are working on. To make sure that the prices continue to go down to a level that Nigerians can afford.